Welcome to Crops, Cattle, and Charley. I'm Charley Martinez, and I'm joined today by Andrew Griffith and the University of Tennessee crop economist Aaron Smith with the Department of Agriculture and Resource Economics. We are coming to you today from the University of Tennessee Institute of Agriculture. Dr. Smith is going to be discussing USDA's March 31st Prospective Planning Report. I guess the first question that kind of comes to my head, Dr. Smith, is did the report change national acreage projections?
Yeah, they made some modifications to what their outlook projections were back in February, particularly for corn, where they increased their estimated acreage from 94 million acres to 97 million acres. It's difficult to kind of compare it to last year, because last year we had those substantial prevented planting acres. We had over 19.6 million acres prevented planting in the U.S. So we see big year-over-year increases for corn, soybeans, and cotton. So soybeans are up 7.41 million acres compared to last year. Corn's up 7.29 million acres compared to last year. Again, a lot of that is just because of the prevented planting issues that we had in 2019. When we look at Tennessee specifically, corn obviously is up substantially. The USDA is projecting 1.04 million acres for corn, and for soybeans 1.5 million acres, which are up over last year, 100,000 for soybeans and 70,000 for corn. So we have seen acreage numbers adjust both nationally and in the state of Tennessee. Cotton has taken a little bit of a hit, down 50,000 acres in Tennessee at 360,000 acres. And then the U.S. is pretty much flat. One thing that's important to note, though, for the U.S. acreage is this survey is conducted the first 2 weeks in March. And we have had a lot change in market activity since that point in time.
So, Dr. Smith, what was the market's reaction to the report that was released?
The market reaction was actually pretty limited. Obviously, there's a lot more that is influencing markets currently. So we've seen corn down moderately, and then soybeans were up just a couple of cents. Right now, I think the bigger issue is, again, what are we going to see in terms of planting conditions in 2020? Are we going to see a repeat or some variation of prevented planting that occurred in 2019, where we see substantial acreage that was intended to be planted not be planted? Or are we going to get the 97 million acres of corn that the USDA is currently projecting? So I think there's a lot more external forces than this report that are influencing prices for key commodities right now.
Okay, so Dr. Smith, with all that though, for Tennessee specifically, what are some things that they could reconsider for the crop mix of 2020?
One of the most challenging crops right now for Tennessee producers is cotton. It's been hit extremely hard. We got prices right now in the futures market that are near that 50-cent range, which is not going to result in profitability for any producers. It is a challenging crop because equipment and infrastructure is so unique to that crop. So if you do have, let's say, a round bale harvester, you may still feel the need to end up planting that crop. But that's unless your infrastructure is geared towards cotton. I don't see a lot of desire to end up adding additional acres, or if you need to rely on custom harvesting. So I think that's probably the big one. The other one, and I think it shows up in the numbers, is corn. We obviously have a very strong basis in many parts of our state, so I think there's a bias towards corn.
Well, thank you, Dr. Smith, for joining us today, and thank you for watching this, and thank you for joining us on Crops, Cattle, and Charley. We hope that you'll join us again on the next one. Thank you.